My name is Nicola Gates. I'm Assistant Curator at Mid-Antrim Museum at the Braid in Ballymena, and we're here at the Undeclared exhibition by James Hughes. James is an artist photographer. Currently he's based in Istanbul, where he teaches at a private university, but he's born and bred in Ballymena. So this work then really is James's culmination of his past few years spent in Istanbul, and his feelings about the city and the loss of some of the heritage, the buildings there that he sees going on every day, what he calls the gentrification process. So on the left, yes, you've got interior images of crumbling, abandoned interiors of buildings in Istanbul, many of which were once inhabited by famous people such as Leon Trotsky and French romantic poet André Chenier. On the right then you have images of street life in Istanbul, in particular lots of homeless people. As James refers to, there's a huge homeless population in the city, and it's often kind of hidden or being airbrushed. So it's really complementary, I suppose, the homeless people and the street life and the abandoned interiors. All of the pieces that you see, all of the photographs here have been taken using only the natural light available in the buildings and outside. And obviously some of these buildings are completely abandoned, all of them really. They've no electricity or anything, so often they'd be very dark, so he'd have to go at a particular time of the day whenever he'd be able to get enough light, and he just uses long exposures, and that gives this really wonderful painterly effect. There's lots of layers in the paintings, and they almost look like they couldn't be photographs, that they must be paintings or something, or enhanced in some way, but they're not. Yeah, this is foundry worker's wardrobe. This just is an interior image, and obviously the house that it's in, has been inhabited by somebody, probably a homeless person, and it's like they've almost used as an old wardrobe, the doors hanging off it, or a cupboard that's hanging on the wall, and they've used it as a makeshift wardrobe for their clothes. And it just makes you think, who is this person? Where are they going during the day? Why have they left their clothes here, and what's their story? This was taken in the André Chenier house in Galata district in Istanbul, and it's just a hallway. You can see a passage of doors through the hallway, and I think it's a very intriguing image. It sort of invites the viewer to look deeper and look in and explore these old buildings. Some of these houses James was attracted to because of the people who lived in them and their stories. André Chenier was a French romantic poet, and he was one of the last people to be executed during the French Revolution. So I suppose it just has some kind of significance in the place itself, but that's where he was born. So this image is called Homeless with Yamuk, the cat, and it's the image that was used to advertise the exhibition. It's a homeless lady, she's holding a cat, and she's got quite a bizarre expression on her face. She's quite a character around the city, and her cat, Yamuk, is quite famous, apparently. So James says that the cat is more famous than the lady herself, and that's very capturing image. This image here is called Saddleman, and these saddlemen, as they're known, are a familiar sight in the bazaars of Istanbul, and they carry goods through the narrow alleys and are proud of their profession. So recently human rights groups who protested about their conditions were told to mind their own business and leave. They're very proud of their profession, actually, and James has recorded this very well in this image, I think. James has a real fascination with the lost heritage, and he salvages a lot of objects from these places that he's visited, like the Leon Trotsky house and the Madame brothel in Istanbul. And so here we've got a selection of objects which complement the photographs and the locations that he's explored through them. So here you've got lost passports from immigrants into Istanbul. We've got a very intriguing corset-like structure here, which was found in a famous brothel in Istanbul, but we reckon it's probably a medical corset from maybe the late 19th century. We're not really sure, but quite intriguing objects here. The exhibition runs until the 31st of May, so I definitely encourage anybody to come along and view it while it's up. And also we've got another exhibition running alongside James Hughes' Undeclared. It's called Exploring Spaces, and it features the work of 12 well-established artists from Ireland who have explored our built environment